Introduce a Saturday Fight Night exclusive. Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. They must go all in. Put up or shut up. August 22nd. Watch on DAZN and DAZN on Prime Video.
Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Pawn's drunk loves you.
Show no love. Drunk, hungover. Wake up to the new me. Bye-bye to my old self.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Bye-bye to my old self.
Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
To
Come
the
on.
new me.
Send it back. Send it back.
You already know this is Pawn's Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know fight week, fight week, fight week. An historic week, potential historic week. In the sport of boxing, historic day, August 21st, we got the 7th Division World Champion, arguably the greatest of all time, former featherweight, undisputed, 49-4, 32 KOs, tied for the most KO in women boxing history with Christy Martin, the legendary, the pioneer, Christy Martin. She got the opportunity. Amanda Serrano got the opportunity. The Amanda Serrano, the real deal Serrano, got the opportunity to break the record, a record that probably is never going to be broken with 33 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, we done with the mediocrity. We done with the mediocrity this past weekend out there in State Farm Arenas. We moving on to greatness, August 21st, TikTok, California, West Coast. Brooklyn, New York taking over. Carolina, Puerto Rico taking over. Out there in the West Coast of the Amanda Serrano. Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a good moment in the sport of boxing. And then following that day, August 22nd, in the T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, Nevada, the WBA 147 welterweight champion of the world, Rolly Romero, who just came out of a victory last year versus Ryan Garcia out here in Times Square, versus his best friend, the two-division lineal champion. Should have been recognized as the first two-division undisputed world champion, male undisputed world champion in the full belt era, Teofimo Lopez, Rolly, Rolly. Teo's going to be gunning for his 3rd division championship belt by the age of 29 years old. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez. Still in this corner, 2020 Trainer of the Year, OG himself, Teofimo Lopez Sr., the dynamic duo. You can't break them. You can't divide them. You can't subtract them. Yes. Shout out to the people in the chat. Smash that like button. Smash that like button. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man, if y'all want to watch that fight, subscribe through DAZN right here, DAZN.com/Pawn'sDrunk. You know what I'm saying? Use code Pawn'sDrunk20. Use code Pawn'sDrunk20. Jules, go look it out with the Jules. Spirit Show in the building. What's good, Spirit Show? What's good, Spirit Show? Cesa, con los 20 pesos de Super Chari Party K. What up, bro? Been really buys, bro, working. Let's go, Teo. Bro, Teo not losing. Teo can lose. Teo can lose. Shout out to Cesar Cesa con la bandera de México. Hola de way. Yes, sir. I got Teofimo Lopez beating Rolly Romero, but again, you know what it is when it comes to Teofimo Lopez. What make a Teofimo Lopez fight interesting is that is going to be the same narrative until he ends his career. It's going to be the same thing when you look, how was Teofimo Lopez going to show up? Just because how things went ever since the George Camboso, ever since 2021, we in 2026, and we always going to go into a Teofimo Lopez fight, and the boxing world going to be like, which Teofimo Lopez going to show up? It don't matter if he's facing a B level, C level, D level fighter, A level fighter. Which Teofimo Lopez going to show up? Versus Shakur Stevenson. Which Teofimo Lopez going to show up? Versus Steve Claggett. Which Teofimo Lopez going to show up? Versus John Saylor. Which Teofimo Lopez going to show up? Versus Jermaine Ortiz. Which Teofimo Lopez going to show up? And let me tell you like this, that's a selling pitch. If he fights if he beats Rolly Romero and he fights Devin Haney, which Teofimo Lopez is going to be showing up? Because the narrative is that he's up and down, unsatisfactory performance. Then he catches, then he captivates the imagination, the emotions of the boxing fans. Christian Padilla in the building. The members. If you haven't become a member of the Punch Drunk Boxing, you already know where to go. Let's go. Join the family. Caesar's Palace. Let's go. Con la bandera de México. With the $5 super chat. A comprar pizza con Coca-Cola. Again, bro, you are a great streamer, but you definitely look like a straight gang member from New York. Come on. You can't say I look like a churchgoer, a Pentecostal, a Baptist, Why you can't say I look, you know what I'm saying, presentable? Good looking out. Marco, órale. But let me tell you like this, folks. Rolly Romero is getting better. But that's just the nature of we not seeing enough of them. You know what I'm saying? They say, yeah, you're just as good as your last fight. I mean, we haven't seen Rolly Romero in a year. We haven't seen Rolly, and this is the problem with the sport of boxing, though, that it doesn't sustain the imaginations and the emotions of the boxing fans. That's the problem in the sport of boxing. It's been a problem for a very, very long time. It's been a problem for nearly a decade. They cannot keep the interest of the sports fan and the boxing fans. You feel me? Let's go. Thank you, my brother, for gifting 5 Punch Drunk membership to the Familia. Good looking now, my brother. Good looking now, sir. Appreciate you. Hey, yo. There's a lot of people that say we don't know which Teofimo Lopez is going to show up, but which Rolly Romero is going to show up. Is it going to be the Rolly Romero that fought Ryan Garcia? Or is it going to be the Rolly Romero that fought Barrazo, the old man? El Viejo? Or is it going to be that Rolly Romero? I mean, the corner is good. Rolly Romero has found, Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. Kudos to Rolly Romero. Is that going to give you over the hump? You remember, we don't know. I mean, we've seen a lot of great religious boxers. Shout out to every guy in the Holyfield. He beat Mike Tyson. Shout out to Manny Pacquiao. Shout out to Andre Ward. I'm saying like this, when you accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you know what I'm saying? God is on your side. For the most part, God is on your side. Marco, gracias, Marco. Con los 50 pesos a comprar comida del buffet. Good looking now, Marco. Appreciate you. God bless you, bro. God bless you, man. How you been, Mark? How you been? I know for some of the people out there. I know. Let's just get this thing out of the way. I understand. There's some people out there, you know what I'm saying? They support Punch Drunk, but they want to support, you know what I'm saying, man. I just want to talk boxing, the technical side of things. Come on, let's talk about the Teos. Let's talk about the Ryan. Let's talk about the Haneys and Shakur. Let's talk about let's talk about hardcore boxing fans. Damn, Punch, this Clarissa Shields shit is just, I can't just tune into that. I understand some. I understand it. I understand working in the oil field every day. Wow. Hey, yo, you gotta protect your health, right? In the oil field, is a lot of like chemicals or something like that. Hopefully you're doing good out there, man. Hola, Punch, dímelo. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I just want to tell the folks it's still boxing. We're not going away from it. It's still boxing. And y'all know, if y'all familiar with the channel, we break down unboxing logically, objectively. We break down the women boxing just like we're talking about Amanda Serrano right now. She got an upcoming fight. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a lot of people don't like foofy, but she had an upcoming fight. We need to talk about it. And at the end of the day, for the people that wants to, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, oh, you care? Why are you talking about this? Let's be real. Let's be honest. I want to take that. I want everybody to make this clear, because I see comments. I see people in the Twitter, in the Twitter world. I see people in the IG comment section. I see people in the Facebook comment. By the way, subscribe and follow me on Facebook, Punch Drunk Boxing. Subscribe to me. Subscribe and follow me on on Kick. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too much on TikTok, but follow me on TikTok as well. All my social media platform, help the visibility of the live and bring everybody to YouTube and Kick and Facebook and stuff like that. But I want to say this because I think that there's some people out there that don't want to keep it all the way real. You know what I'm saying? We all not going to agree with one another. Boxing fans, boxing pundits, boxing content creators. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something about me, folks. I don't judge people by their content. You know what I'm saying? For any boxing content creators out there, listen up. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge me off my content. Judge me as a man. If you met me before, if you messaged me before, if we had debates before, if we've been on a panel before, this is boxing. Content is content. My opinion is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Boxing has become like, oh, yo, Punch, you cool. But then if I give a fighter another benefit of the doubt, oh, man, Punch, I can't fuck with Punch. That's like, we're getting into a place right now in the sport of boxing where it's like the Democrats and Republicans. Like, oh, yeah, you vote for Donald Trump? I ain't effing with you, man. Man, you voted for Obama? Man, I ain't effing you. You liberal? Oh, man, you conservative? Oh, man. Like, let's quit with that. Let's quit with that. I got an opinion. You got an opinion. I'm not going to no other channel. I'm not going to no other channel. I'm not speaking on no other channel. I'm not trying to F up nobody's flow. I'm not trying to F up your business. I'm not trying to, hey, yo, you do what you do. I do what I do. You do what you do. I do what I do. I support everybody's grind the way it is. I support anybody that has traffic. I appreciate anybody that has traffic and bringing eyeballs into the sport of boxing. Because let me tell you like this. For those of you, and I see in the comment section, Lord knows boxing in the building. Hey, yo, this shit is gossip. Man, you men, guys. You're a man. This is gossip. Ladies and gentlemen, in the sport of boxing, everybody's a gossiper. Everybody is a gossip. Boxing content creation, boxing dialogues is all gossip. You know why? Because there's not enough for us to talk about the sport, for us to talk about the fight. Every time, what you think? What you think is me talking about Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson for 4 years and they never fought? That's gossip. Oh, yo, how much money he got? He don't got enough money. Oh, he's A-side. We be on people's pockets. We be on people's relationship. We be on people when they clubbing. We be on people if they drinking. We be on people if you got baby mama drama. Hey, yo, boxing, content creation, the boxing community, we all gossipers. So quit. Ain't nobody no more man, no more feminine, or nothing like that. Boxing, content creation, the boxing community, the YTBC is a bunch of gossip. That's it. It can't be nothing else. It can't be nothing else. So people stop with the indirect shots, acting like y'all ain't gossiping yourselves. Everybody gossip. We cannot be talking about Gervonta Tank. Look, we talk about Tank Davis. Tank Davis hasn't been in the ring in over a year. We talking about Rolly. Rolly hasn't been in the ring for almost a year. When we talking about Gervonta Tank, hey, yo, when we talking about Tank Davis and his baby mama drama, was that gossip? We talk about Adrian Broner. He got problems with alcohol. Is that gossip? Hey, yo, we talking about Devin Haney when he was and his baby mama, the Taz Angel girl. Was that gossip? Oh, he's showing somebody in the carnival. Is that gossip? Huh? When we talk about Tyson Fury and him stumbling and getting drunk in the bar, is that gossip? Most of the thing that we talk about in the sport of boxing is gossip. Most of the thing in the sport of boxing, we see somebody's tweet and we make a video and a live about it. They put a story. Hey, yo, Earl Spence is riding a horse and his kids is playing soccer. Oh, man, he's in shape. It's gossip. Because ain't nothing that they giving us. There's not a fight every day. High-profile fighters fight once. Okay, put it this way. When's the last time they Bud Crawford fought? We've been talking about Bud Crawford. Look at Bud Crawford. He's in the ring. Is he going to be back? How many videos is people going to be going to be making and saying, oh, I think he's going to return. He's not retired. Oh, my God, look at Bud Crawford. He's here. Look at Bud Crawford. He's there. Look at Boots Ennis. Look what he said. Look at Thank you, Shiny. Thank you. Thank you. Facts. Everybody gossip. We're living in a podcast streaming world. We all gossiping, folks. Ain't nothing really happening in the sport of boxing. Ain't nothing happening in the sport of boxing. Give me a second. Phil, okay. I keep hearing it's Clarissa Shield. No, she's not suspended. And if she's not suspended. And if she's suspension, there's a suspension. Most of the fighters have a suspension. If you're injured, if you walk out the ring and you're going through medicals and you're injured or something like that, they give you a suspension automatically for 30 days. It's not a suspended. A suspension in boxing is a 30 to 60 to 90 days or indefinitely in case there was a concussion, in case there was a injured hand or somewhere injured when they went through medicals. There is not a suspended, like, oh my God, you're suspended. No, suspension. Suspension in boxing is like when somebody, like, for example, let me see. K. Scott got a TKO. She's probably gonna get a suspension for concussion protocols and things of that nature and stuff like that, where she can't do any boxing for 30 days, things like that. Yo, Punch, after every fight, both fighters get suspended, right? If there was, because they go through medicals right after the fight. So whatever they find in medicals, maybe they got a swollen hand. Maybe they got a broken hand. Maybe they got dislocated shoulder. Maybe they were concussed. So they give you a 30, 60, 90 indefinitely. You know what I'm saying? They'll give you a suspension until you fight again. In that, like New York, they will give you a suspension and it will stay suspension until you reply for a license when you're about to fight there again. Yeah, medical suspension. Yeah. Spiritual says, so why wasn't the injury brought up before the fight? Let me put this. Give me a second. Spiritual said, why wasn't an injury brought up before the fight? Because in boxing, you get paid just one time. If you bring up the injury and then you postpone the fight, remember in boxing, you only get paid when you fight. So there's a lot of fighters that do fight injured because once they say that, a postponement in boxing takes like 3 months, 4 months. And you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get an arena again because the arena may be booked at the time that you want to postpone it. In boxing, a lot of fighters do fight injured. Remember, you fight to prepare for a fight. That's why this is the best channel, because Punch Drunk says the truth, nothing but the truth. Like it or not, you're gonna get it. Con el sazón, ya tú sabes, Marco. Facts. But let me continue saying this. We're all gossipers, man. For those of you, I'm gonna say it like this, that don't matter. Oh, yo, Punch. Why are you talking about women? Shut the F up. We talk about women and we talk about men. And women could talk about men. And men could talk about women. And yes, men could check women. You know what I'm saying? Just like women could check men. I'm tired of what are these dudes? What are these new dudes coming around in my channel? I'm seeing in videos and all that. Oh, you can't talk about women. You talk about I could talk about women whenever I want. Huh? Just like a woman could talk about me. The fuck you think they like this? Like if women is non-exist, no, they're untouchable. Mira tu tigre. What the people talking about right now? People like, hey, women talking about women or men on women's business. Man, women shouldn't be on men's business, and men shouldn't be in another man's business. You feel me, folks? What is this? Men shouldn't be talking in women's business. Men shouldn't be talking in another man's business, right? If a man is in your business, what you gonna do? Hey, yo, my brother, mind your own business. As a matter of fact, if nobody can talk about nobody talk shit. Nobody do content. Everybody, delete your channel and stuff like that. Who's setting this rule? Who is the monitor of how a man could have his take on a woman? Or a woman can have his take on a man? Can anybody help me in the chat? Good looking now, more, good looking now. I think Punch Drunk channel is very diverse. Thank you. You know what it is? This is what it is. You know what people get mad at Punch Drunk? It's because, and when we're talking about this Clarissa Shields situation, and we're talking about women's boxing, it's because people really never cared about women's boxing. And now that they see the emerge and the energy and females coming into our community. Let me say something about the YTBC. The YTBC, it was, if you look at any analytics and any boxing content creator want to be real with you and to tell them to show you their analytics back a couple years ago, and it was 80% male, 90% male, 10% females. Women are now coming into the YTBC. Women are now interested in women's boxing. There is a newfound energy in women's boxing, and that has been created with the Amanda Serrano and the Katie Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Where now the casuals and the ESPN and the big publications and the high-profile media was coming into the sport of boxing because of this mega fight. And then what this fight shared light to is the other girls, the Alicia Baumgartner. It made Clarissa Shields even more known. Then people are interested into women's boxing more than just what they do in the ring. Now they looking at what they do outside of the ring. Oh, what is Alicia Baumgartner doing outside of the ring? Oh, what is Amanda Serrano doing outside of the ring? Oh, what is Clarissa Shields doing outside of the ring? Just like the men, there's always going to be your high-profile boxers, right? You're going to have your stars. You're going to have your Canelo. You're going to have your AJ. You're going to have your Tank. When in women's boxing, you have your Amanda. You have your Katie. You have your Clarissa Shields. You have your Alicia Baumgartner. You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be the few that's going to rule, that's going to enhance the high-profile fighters. Yes, I'm happy. I am happy that a lot of people now is in tune to women's boxing, because I've been talking about women's boxing since day one of my channel. I'm happy. Shout out to Jake Paul. Shout out to Nikisa. Shout out to MVP. Shout out to Lou DiBella, because he had a lot of girls as well. Shout out to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. Finally, yes. And now these dudes that never cared about women's boxing, that truly never cared about women's boxing, that all they do is recycle content about the same dudes over and over and over. Oh, why are these guys talking about females? No, you're just mad because you're watching the numbers. They're just mad because they're watching the numbers. They're not watching Punch Drunk. They're not watching the women. They're watching the numbers of these content creators and saying, look at them. What are they talking about? Women. Fuck out of here. Because when we was talking about women and and it wasn't creating traffic, we did it. I did it for boxing. I did it to uplift boxing, uplift women boxing and share light to women that most of the people, 90% of the people in this community never give a fuck about. Now, everybody got an opinion about Clarissa Shields. Everybody got an opinion about who's the GOAT and who's the greatest of all time. Everybody got an opinion about Amanda Serrano. Everybody got an opinion now. Oh, but Punch, why you talking about these females? Because I could do that. Just like we talk about Tank Davis, just like we talk about Haney, just like we talk about Ryan, just like we talk about Tio, we talk about these girls. Shit, we was talking about Gervonta Tank Davis manhandling his baby mama out there in the same arena that Clarissa Shields was fighting, right? Wasn't it the State Farm Arena in which Gervonta Tank Davis manhandled his baby mama? Oh, we could talk about Gervonta Tank Davis manhandling his baby mama, him getting locked up for domestic abuse, him talking about that his baby mama put doodle on his toothbrush, but we can't talk about Clarissa Shields and Papoose. We can't. We can't. Come on now. Come on now. You guys are hating now. That's what it is. Oh, y'all hating on Clarissa Shields. Now, y'all hating on boxing content creators because we expose Clarissa Shields. We expose her shenanigans. But nobody never said that Clarissa Shields ain't great. Clarissa Shields is a great fighter. One of the greatest fighters that ever laced them up in the women's side. But she's not the greatest to me. No, she's not. She is not the greatest to Punch Drunk. She's not the greatest, folks. If you want to be the greatest for you, let it be the greatest for you. To me, she's not the greatest. Ain't nobody with a 19 wins and 4 KOs never was in the greatness conversation in the 100+ years sport of boxing. Never. Never. Sorry, Punch, but what about it's more than a knockout. When we talking about greatness, you better add that shit up. Just like we look at the pound for pound, we look at performances. Am I supposed to? Spiritual. I'm dead serious. Look, hey, yo, spiritual. Google it. Gervonta Tank Davis, baby mama put doodle on his toothbrush. He exposed it. And look, the boxing world, we was talking about it. Were we gossiping? I want to ask a question for the dudes that want to get brownie points with the ladies. Salute, Red Form. I want the dudes that got a problem, whether you're in the comment section, boxing content creators, independent media, y'all looking on because y'all looking on. Y'all looking on. Y'all know Punch Drunk. So answer me this. If a man talking about a woman, whether it's what she does in the ring or outside of the ring, is not manly, what is a man talking about another man? Is that manly? What is a man talking about another man? Can anybody answer me that? If a man talking about another woman and women issues and women problems and women relationship, whatever like that, even though that you got to have a relationship with another man, so we're talking about another man. What is another man talking about another man? Is that manly? Is that masculine? So I don't understand this thing. What are you talking about women for? Because she's a boxer. Because she's a boxer. And guess what? Remy Ma's husband helped sign a boxer. And he came into my world. You understand that? For those that don't understand that, I don't give a 2 fucks about Papoose and his rhymes. But once he came into my sport and my community, then I could talk about him. Just like I said it before, just like Al Heyman was in the music industry, we talk about Al Heyman because he manages Floyd and Audrey Birdo and the Foresters of the world. Well, guess what? We have Clarissa Shields and we have Papoose. Well, every time they walking inside the ring together, they walking outside of the ring together, they're on vacation together, they're training together, they do press conferences together. What, you want me to act like he doesn't exist? So she's not performing to the capability of her skill set versus Alani Daniels. Y'all don't want me to say, damn, she's a distraction. Remember when I did that video and I said, yo, Carissa Shields, she's distracted. She's distracted. She weighs 200 pounds. None, there was haters. No, she doesn't weigh 200 pounds. The most that she weighs is 180. Hey, yo, I was looking at my Twitter feed and I went back. And when I said that she was almost 200 pounds, what did they say in the post-fight press conference? She was 198 pounds. 200 pounds, basically. Papoose said 198 pounds. So I was right. How you balloon that much? So I was right. You're distracted. You've never been in this shape of your career, in your life. Oh, I'm not analyzing it right? Why am I talking about girls' weight and girls' hair and girls' this and that? Yeah, we talking about it all. We talk about it all. Y'all remember Franchon Crew de Jean when she had that fight and her hair was falling apart, and Barry Hunter, shout out to Barry Hunter, and they took her weave off and he was like in the ring. He was in the ring. Do you want a hair or do you want to win? Do you want a hair? Do you want your hair or do you want to win? I said, I want to win. And they cut that day and her husband had to yank her weave off. We ain't going to talk about that because we don't want to talk about women's weave. Y'all don't remember that, folks. I got you right. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. Hold on. Where's the video, bro? Where's the video? Where's the video? Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second, bro. I did a video about it, but this is long ago. I gotta talk about her. Hold on. Let me see. Then did I put it on YouTube? What was it? Well, I don't pop up right away. That was a while ago. That's what it was. But I did a video about it. I don't know why it's not coming up. But anyway, let's just show the image. So this was, y'all remember this? Y'all remember this video? So during a fight, her weave was coming off and it was dangling. It was getting in the way versus Jimenez. Y'all remember that fight? Oh yeah. Y'all don't remember that fight, fellas? I mean, of course, you know, only a few of us follow women boxing. So Franchon Crew de Jean was fighting Jimenez. Remember Jimenez when we was making fun of him that Jimenez looked like a man? Y'all remember that fight? Right, folks? And Punch Drunk Boxer was saying that, oh shit, look at Jimenez, he look like a man. And then the WBC, we was talking about it. Folks. Hey, yo, Fight Fury Films, you remember that, right? You remember that? So am I keeping the same energy? We made fun of Jimenez. Did we make fun of Jimenez? Jimenez is Latino. Latina. I'm sorry. Latina, right? So for those that be like, hey, yo, Punch, but you know, now people say, oh, yo, Punch, you only saying this about black women. Didn't we say that Jimenez looked like a fucking man? Wasn't me standing up for women when we talking about the Middle Eastern fighter, the XY chromosome. So we talk about Latinas, We critique Latinas. We praise Latinas. We critique Middle Eastern girls. We praise Middle Eastern girls. We praise black fighters. We critique black fighters. Right? We talk about women's weave, right? Because look what happened with Franchon Cruz de Jean, where Barry Hannah snatched that weave. Do you want to win or do you want to weave? Oh, no, we can't talk about it now. We can't talk about that. This is what I'm talking about, folks. Hey, yo, spiritual, you haven't seen that video, go back. Franchon Cruz de Jean when she got her weave snatched by her coach. Her husband, because the husband was the second coach. See, but the thing is, people forget. But if you in tune with Punch Drunk Boxing, we keep it consistent. See, we talk about women's boxing, so we talk about everything. We talk about everything. This is not a Clarissa Shield thing. This is just an overall women boxing thing. This is boxing. This is boxing talk. Thank you. We talk about the ups and downs. Just like I'm praising Franchon Cruz de Jean and becoming a undisputed super middleweight champion. That situation was a funny situation. And going into the fight, I said, yo, this person should be tested, man. This one looked like she's on steroids. And guess what happened after the fight? They found out that Jimenez was on steroids. If you look at that live, the live show that I did with Franchon Cruz de Jean versus Jimenez, right? I said before Jimenez stepped inside the ring, they like, yo, Franchon Cruz de Jean is about to fight a man. What happened to Jimenez? They found that she was on steroids and got banned from boxing and got stripped. And Franchon got her belt. Was anybody here, any boxing content creator telling me, oh, Punch, why are you talking about this one and that one and this one? No. You guys ain't care because you guys wasn't paying attention. I'm talking about those that's hating on channels like myself or people in the comment section. Doesn't even have to be a channel. What's good, Lovejoy? But, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be a wonderful, historic day this Friday with Amanda Serrano versus Manzur. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said in the beginning of the live, the mediocrity of last week, yes, that was mediocrity. What happened in the State Farm Arena was mediocrity. Nothing to praise for. Nothing to praise at. And I said it before. It's unfortunate that Clarissa Shields is in a weight division at a time when there is not competition. Is Clarissa Shields ahead of the game, ahead of her time in those divisions? Yes, she is. Yes. Clarissa Shields is ahead of her time in those respective divisions. Yes. Bet could Clarissa Shields could have stayed around her weight class when she came into the professional level at 154, because she should have stayed around instead of balloon up. That she should have stuck around. She should have stuck around. I'm looking for the Amanda Serrano as well. But you think I'm going to praise? You think we're gonna praise Clarissa Shields for beating Kay Scott? No. It is funny. I feel like all these or most other boxing, I can't even look at, to be honest, I can't even listen to a lot of these, how you say it, credible media folk. They're all lying to y'all. I don't understand why they want to lie to y'all. They're all lying to y'all now. There's one publication that says she did 18,000. Look, who cares? Who cares? It was enough people there to be entertained. But you don't got to lie to the people, because now you're lying about somebody else. You got one publication saying 18,000. You got another one saying, oh, the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is bought. I'm already convinced the Breakfast Club is bought by Clarissa Shields' team. They bought. They bought. They say Lauren, I think that's her name, says it was a sold out crowd in State Farm. Carissa Shields sold out the crowd. No, be real. Why are y'all not being real? Why y'all not being real? Oh, so Ray J and Orlando Brown and Big Lex and Taseki and the Zeus and the Baddies, they ain't sell that shit? They ain't sell that? Really? She sold it. She sold it out. It ain't even sold out. The Zone said it. So the Zone in the post-fight interview said 16,000. So why would you say sold out? Why would another publication say it's 18,000? Why y'all lying? Why? What is it? 16,000 people is enough. Yo, if they say 16,000 people, take it for what it is. 16,000 people is 16,000 people, folks. It's okay to say 16,000 people. You don't got to say that everything is sold out. Can't wait until the real number. Oh, me too. I can't wait. I can't wait. Let me see. I can't wait. You know what they're doing right now? I'm gonna tell you what they're doing right now. Them promotional companies is trying hard and talking to the Georgia State Athletic Commission, Entertainment Commission, and they begging them, please don't put the information out. Please don't forward the information to nobody. But the thing is, in Georgia, it's public records. You gotta show it. If somebody asks for it, you gotta show it. You gotta send the information. But it's okay. If it's 16,000 people, I'm not going to deny that it was 16,000 butts in the seats. I just know that it wasn't 16,000 people that bought the tickets, but it's okay. In the end of the day, you did what you had to do. Did people out of there left unhappy? Did I hear anybody out there that left unhappy or not entertained? Then that it is what it is. I could say whatever I want. I could be like, you know what? Come on, man. That's just show out. To be honest, I was laughing with Orlando Brown. I was laughing in that second round with Orlando Brown. I believe that the Big Lex versus Taseki was entertaining to me. I could be honest. I'm being really honest. I didn't think that these girls could really fight like that because I never seen the show. I never been. And I say, yo, this Big Lex and Taseki, they could really fight. Like, they're not professionals, but you could see that they have so much potential if they really work out. If they Taseki, what is it? Big Lex, she said she was 25 years old. Yo, I think that Big Lex is better than K Scott. For real. I think that Big Lex looks better than K Scott. Athletic, she throw punches, the way that she was throwing her jab. I'm like, yo, she high. Taseki is like, yo, she know how to throw down. That left hook was flying, and it was a good left hook. It was no slapping left hook. Then she could fight on the inside. She was just fighting this tall girl. I was more entertained with that fight because it felt like they took it serious. It looked like they actually trained. They was in shape. They was throwing down. In my opinion, see, I like that. I like if there's going to be some entertaining, some people the celebrities, but you could see that Big Lex and Taseki really took this shit serious. I could appreciate that. I don't appreciate the Ray J and Orlando Brown. Look like they never even went to a gym. You know what I'm saying? But I could appreciate the girls. For me, that was the highlight of the day, of that night. And guess what? They the one that sold it. Boo said you're 100%. Girls did great. Big Lex slick and her jab was nice and Lex had reach. Yeah, I'm a realist. I could go out here and be like, man, fuck this shit. This shit is trash, yo. No, I'll be real. I was entertained. The boxing segment, to be honest, was more embarrassing. The boxers embarrassed the boxer. Look. Daniel Perkins, she embarrassed himself. She came 4 pounds heavy. The other dude was 10 pounds heavy. Tito Mercado was supposed to be truly, I'm going to say it like this. The hardcore boxing fans, who they was really looking forward, was Tito Mercado. Not even Clarissa Shields, because we already know that. I'm talking about the hardcores. That what their expectations, they wanted to see how Tito Mercado was looking like. He couldn't even fight. His opponents came 10 pounds over. Daniel Perkins, a champion, got stripped. She came 4 pounds over. So the boxers, the professional boxers, acted less professional than the unprofessional. That was embarrassing. You just signed Tito Mercado and he couldn't get a fight. All that training for nothing. But shout out to Tito Mercado, it wasn't his fault. But the boxers, the professional boxers, was the embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. What is this all about? Why are you on your knees praying to God that you beat K-Sky? Hey, yo, I love God. But trust me, why are you celebrating? What is the celebration? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Oh, my God. Woo! You beat K-Sky. Can you imagine a basketball team celebrating a blowout versus the worst team in the NBA? It's embarrassing. If I did that when I was in high school, if we're the best team and we blew out Sewell Park, who was the worst team, we blew them out by 70, and we're celebrating, my coach will have us doing suicides and drills till we drop the next day. Ain't no celebration there. What was all this celebration? I know. You know what was the celebration, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, you know what was the celebration? The celebration was that it's a miracle that I got a TKO. I am not used to knocking out or stopping anybody. It's a miracle. A real knockout artist wouldn't be acting like this. A real knockout artist wouldn't be acting like this. Check this out. Give me a sec. Hold on. I got you right here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. I want to, let me see the. Now, where is that? Give me a second. I want to. Give me a second. Check this out, folks. Let me take this thing out of the way. Check this out. This is Amanda Serrano. This is how this is how you act when you get a knockout. This is her stoppage in the second round. Okay. Easy. 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 Just walking around. I do this. Just another day in the office. 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 That's Amanda Serrano when she tied the record of most knockouts in women boxing history with 32. That was her last fight. This is what I do. Just another day in the office. My 32 knockout. Now I'm heading to my 33. No, Shanini Shields. Ah! Oh, thank you, Lord. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Really? You guys are impressed with that shit? Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. Lord. Lord. Shanini Shields, that was K. Scott, okay? I understand this is your fourth knockout. I understand you're not used to it. I understand you're not used to stopping girls. I understand that. I understand. It's new to you. You know, hey, yo, folks, have you, anybody that played basketball, you know when a dude hits a shot, just hits a three-pointer, and he act like that's it, like it's the end of the world. But a scorer, a guy that scored 30 points, he scores, whoosh, he get back on defense. A scorer that scores 20 to 30 points a game, they score, they go back to defense like it's nothing. But a dude that never scores, he comes off the bench and he hits a three. You know, like when they put in the last seconds of the game, and they put the guy that never plays, and then everybody's cheering him on, and they give him the ball, he takes a shot, and the whole crowd goes, "Woo! Yay!" Because he never scores. That was Clarissa Shields. That was Clarissa Shields. She's look at it like, oh my God, I finally did it. I look like Amanda today. But ladies and gentlemen, the mediocrity ends, and we're moving on to greatness, ladies and gentlemen. And this Friday, you're going to see a knockout artist. You're going to see the greatest woman boxer that ever lived perform. She's going to show you how to do it. She's going to show you what legacy and history and greatness look like. Not that mediocrity shit that we seen, and everybody right now praising because they're getting money up their ass, or they win records, and Salida Promotions personnel allegedly probably is piping all these media folks up the ass. That's what they're doing. Because I don't understand this praise. I don't understand. Oh my God. Oh my God. She's the greatest ever. She is the greatest. Did you see? All the people came out for her. Excuse my language, man. Excuse it. But, yo, it's the fakeness. I told y'all yesterday that there is no more media, folks. The media in boxing, there is no such thing as media. That shit is a bunch of people that wants to keep relationships. They just want to keep, it's just about keeping relationships, keeping it neutral. It's like when somebody be like, oh, yo, you know, everybody is beautiful. Oh, they all beautiful. You know what I'm saying? I'm Amanda and Alicia Baumgartner and so Clarissa Shields, they're all beautiful. No, they not. Si no, ella es una fea. ¿Qué diga they all beautiful? Huh? Oh, now they all, shout out to all the ladies. They're all great and they are beautiful. And they're beautiful and beautiful. Hey, yo, don't compare beauty and don't compare the Alicia Baumgartner and Amanda Serrano to the pet, to Remy Martin's husband's pet. Please. Stop with the fucking brownie points, all right? Stop it, please. Please stop. You don't have to lie. I don't understand. I just don't understand why people want to lie. Huh? Like, come on, stop. Yo, hey, yo, ladies. If you know you looking good, if you look at you, hey, yo, people know, man. And the person next to you, and they be like, hey, yo, you both looking cute. You're going to be like, all right, let me separate myself. So we looking good. Yo, people that say that shit, if people that say that shit, that mean they'll fuck anything. Yeah. Alicia Baumgartner, Clarissa Shields, Ellie Scottney, Shadeja Green, Jimenez, Daniel Perkins. They all beautiful. They all beautiful, right? All of you just gonna say they're all beautiful because they want to get brownie points. So all the girls would be like, I like you. You know, you man real. You support all the women and stuff like that. You man real. Man, I tell the truth. You got a bad attitude. For me, your attitude is the ugliness. Everybody there's somebody for everybody. Well, I'm gonna be honest. No, I don't like that saying there's somebody for everybody. because there's more women than men. I'm sorry, folks. If each man want to choose one woman, there are going to be a lot of women left out. So there's not every. There's. I'm sorry. Hey, that's just the ratio. If every man want to pick one woman, there's going to be a lot of women left out. Let's be right, ladies, right? But these motherfuckers in boxing acting like they don't. But behind the scenes, they talk so much shit. But when they're on camera, oh man, Clarissa, man, she's so good. She's so this. But behind the scenes, they saying the same shit I'm saying. But behind the scene, they saying the same shit I'm saying. You can't go and compare nasty attitude to queen-like classy attitude and put them all together and say, yeah, they are good. No, they're not. They don't elevate the sport. I'm sorry, she doesn't elevate the sport. She elevates herself. Is a difference. Just because she elevates herself, that's not elevating the sport. Terry! What's good? What's good? What's good? How you doing? $5 super chat. What's good? She's elevating herself. How much you want to bet? I go to Twitter right now and she's talking shit. How much you want to bet? I'm going to go to Twitter right now. And how much you want to bet she's talking shit? How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? I'm going to go to Twitter right now. And how much you want to bet she's talking shit? Let me see. Watch. Let me see how classy she is. Let me see. This lady's was. Oh, that was horrible. Look at the deeper into boxer. She fought a lot of opponents. Now she's. Let me see. She is now trying to devalue Amanda Serrano right now. Look. Yeah. Clarissa, why you ain't say that shit a long time ago when Amanda Serrano was when you was cool with Amanda Serrano? That means that you was always a hater. That means you always was a hater. Let me see. She goes, I'm probably pregnant now. Yeah. All those fake bloggers. If Clarissa don't get a knockout, the fight is a bust. Like winning is not good enough. So I get the TKO, sold out the arena. Sold out the biggest celebrities in the building, and still no congrats from the haters who was saying ain't nobody coming. Why you worried about the haters? They ain't came for you. They just stood for you. They ain't came for you. They just stood because they already bought some tickets. Or they're already there having a drink and they're already there. They're not going to leave. But anyway, my kids singing the Clarence. Which one? What song? What song is that? Clarence. You with somebody else's husband. Clarence. You want to be Remy, you frontin'. Clarence. Bitches be shopping the clearance rack. Foofy, with or without the makeup, be looking like you on crack. Clarence. I want you to talk about Remy. Forget about the haters. Forget about the bloggers. Forget about that. Forget about it. I want you to tell us about that little tattoo that Remy Ma's husband got. But anyway, we also got to be talking about the Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez, him and his dad went out there, did a podcast episode, and was basically, holding each other accountable or blaming each other and holding each other accountable and stuff like that. I think it wasn't good for the public, because at the end of the day, people, when y'all winning, they still was hating. When you was winning, Teofimo Lopez, they were still telling your dad that he should get fired and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, don't give in for the people. Don't expose the dysfunction relationship at the time with the people, because they're not gonna care. Because when the shit is good, they were still hating. When you was when you guys was, when he's the trainer of the year and you the fighter of the year, they trying to say that your legacy, and they disputing your legacy and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, never show the dysfunction for the world to see, for haters. You know what I'm saying? Don't show that dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? Y'all together, you know what I'm saying? Father and son, and I believe that y'all gonna prevail, y'all gonna win, and show the people that where you belong, who you are, the takeover. You know what I'm saying? August 22nd. I believe that Teofimo Lopez is gonna be Rolly Romero. I don't think it's gonna be that easy though, because I believe that Rolly Romero has gotten better. I think that Rolly Romero is not tapping into what people may deem, or people feel like the weakness of Teofimo Lopez is his mental state. Rolly Romero is not going after it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe this week is gonna ramp up the promo. Let's see if there's gonna be some type of disrespect. I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? But I believe it's gonna be a highly entertaining fight. I think it's gonna be a highly entertaining weekend. That's why I call it. It's going to be an historic weekend. I believe that Teofimo Lopez is going to become a 3-division world champion, and you got to give a lot of credit to Teofimo Lopez. Like for instance, we've been talking about vacant titles and fighters winning on vacant titles. Teofimo Lopez is one of the very, very few fighters that has become champion by beating champions at the top of their game. Teofimo Lopez beat Richard Comey, knocked out Richard Comey in the second round. Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko, which at the time was pound for pound, 1, 2, 3. You can flip it around, but ESPN had Vasily Lomachenko, and Roy Jones Jr. had Vasily Lomachenko pound for pound number 1. Teofimo Lopez beat the unified champion, the lightweight division, to become the undisputed in my book. Yes, he lost to George Kambosos, but then I'm talking about him winning. So when he beat Josh Taylor was the reigning undisputed world champion. He vacated his belt. He didn't want to pay the sanctioning fees, but he beat Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor was the best 140. Lomachenko was the best 135. And now we're going to the welterweight division. And if you think about it, which win has been the most impressive in the welterweight division? Which win has been the most impressive win? Was it Devin Haney beating Brian Norman Jr.? Was it Rolly Romero beating Ryan Garcia? Was it Ryan Garcia beating Mario Barrios? I believe that a lot of people was surprised that Rolly Romero knocked down Ryan Garcia and beat Ryan Garcia. If Teofimo Lopez beat Rolly Romero, that's another champion. So think about it. Devin Haney was elevated as world champion. His first defense was Santiago, right? He got elevated as a champion. That was his first belt. Shakur Stevenson, first belt versus Gonzalez, was a vacant title, right? Ryan Garcia, first title was Mario Barrios. That was his first title, the only title, right? So a lot of these fighters, look at Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis was elevated as world champion. Virgil Ortiz still haven't become a world champion. So a lot of these young fighters has picked up vacant titles. You know what I'm saying? Picked up vacant titles. They rarely have won and beaten champions to be a champion. This is going to be the 4th time where Teofimo Lopez became a champion by beating a champion, not a vacant. Not picking up a vacant, not picking up, not somebody that's just not ranking within that division. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people got to give a lot of credit to Teofimo Lopez. That's why he's still on my pound for pound list, because he beats champions. You know what I'm saying? He's just not beating, not getting elevated, not picking up any just belts, right? What belt did Shakur Stevenson picked up in the lightweight division? It was a vacant title, right? The Eddie De Los Santos fight. So But he beat Teo. But I'm just saying that Teo is one of the very, very few fighters that's been a champion by beating champions. Yeah, I don't know too much about his relate. I think he proposed to his wife in one of his last fights. In one of his fights, the post fight interview, one of his fights. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight. I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight. I could see this fight also going like look. I could see this fight. I could see this fight either going like the Arnold Barbosa fight. Teofimo Lopez beating Rolly Romero like Arnold Barbosa. But I think that Rolly would take a little bit more chances and would take a risk and throw some haymakers. But I could also see because Rolly, there's one thing about Rolly that we notice. He's tough, he got cojones, but his chin is suspect. His chin is suspect. So I won't even be a surprise if Teofimo Lopez did to Rolly like he did Richard Comey. K. Scott and Clarissa Shields were suspended, but why was Clarissa's suspension less? It's just a suspension. It's just a medical suspension. It happened. It's very regular in the sport of boxing. I think I don't know. Maybe somebody's trying to gaslight y'all by saying that they're suspended. Suspension is very, very common in the sport of boxing. You know, after a fight, they go through medicals. They can have a swollen hand. They go through a suspension. They can have a cut. They can have a concussion. Medical protocols and stuff like that. Especially, let's say K. Scott was a TKO, so that's medical protocols. You know what I'm saying? So her suspension could be 30, 60, 90 days indefinitely, depending on the commission. But it's regular. Almost everybody get a suspension. That's very common. That's very common in boxing. That's just so you could rest. They don't want you to do no boxing activities. You know, maybe if Clarissa Shields hurt her hand or something like that or whatever, you know, they found out that she just said publicly that she injured her knee. You know what I'm saying? So they can have a suspension for her just for her knee. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very regular. I think that maybe somebody's trying to gaslight y'all and saying, "Oh my God, suspended," and that's what I mean about. That's what I mean about. You know, some content is content, but I think when people trying to gouge the boxing fans or the casuals that don't understand, you just go to BoxRec. Let's see BoxRec. Let me see. Suspended by commission until June 22nd. Yeah, that's a week. That's it. And her is for a month. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 30 days. Basically 30 days. Is she got a TKO. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? Nothing different. It's nothing look, Troy Isley as well. He fought in the co-main event. You know what I'm saying? He got a suspension as well. His opponent got a suspension probably as well. His opponent got a suspension as well. It's very common, folks. He got a suspension as well. He fought that night as well. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is very, very is regular. I think that because there's people that don't understand suspension, and if somebody tells you, yo, guess what? Clarissa Shields is suspended, and then it gets the people to go to their channel or to their Instagram or to their whatever Twitter, and then people that don't know boxing, they gouge y'all. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful, folks. You got to be careful. You know, you got to be careful, folks. You know, some people, don't want to be are disingenuous. You know what I'm saying? They see the support, they see, and they gouge him. Suspended. No, suspension, because they understand that there's a lot of people that don't understand boxing or different commissions and stuff like that. So yeah, and like I said, when we was talking about you know the inspection, when I was trying to educate y'all yesterday about the commission, the commission officer, you know what I'm saying? So once after a fight, they take you to, right, well, when they're going back inside the locker room, they take you to medicals, right? So medicals, they check your eyes, whatever, if you concuss or your hands is okay. That's why it was very, very strange for the gloves to still be on, because if you went through medicals, when did they check your hands? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Did they check your hands is okay? Is everything all right? They check your heart, they check everything and stuff like that. You pay medical fee as a boxer. A lot of boxers don't have medical insurance, but for that event, the promoters pay you as the fighter pay the medical fee. You know what I'm saying? Fighters pay the medical fee. So you get checked up, and then for safe protocols, they give you a suspension. You know what I'm saying? So for a case guy that she got a TKO, you know what I'm saying? Concuss or whatever, they give her suspension. That means you don't do nothing. They don't want you in the ring. They don't want you to work out. They don't want you to spar. You're prevented a spar. You're prevented a fight. You could get back into boxing activities after the suspension. And that's what it is. It's just more like protocols. But if somebody really cut, let's say if you had stitches, right? They'll put you on a suspension for, whenever. And that's it. That's it. Doesn't have to be suspended for drug related offense or anything like that. That will come probably a little bit later. That would take a little bit less than a week. You know what I'm saying? If somebody tested. But let me tell you like this, folks. Again, I've been in the locker room for a lot of fights. I've been I worked corners before, so I know a lot. I know enough to. I've seen, put it this way, sometimes it's ghetto, bro. It's very, I'm not even say ghetto, it's very unprofessional sometimes. I've seen boxers run away. They escaped the I'm not gonna say no names, but I remember this was in, what was it? This was in Vegas. Hold on, let me see. This was in Vegas, right? And this boxer just bounced. Yo, you see, because there's just one person it's one person that's gonna test you, meaning they're gonna VADA test, they're gonna take your commission test, right? Yo, this guy was looking for this other fighter, and this fighter was dodging the one that's gonna do the test. Yo, he couldn't get to him. He left. Nobody heard about it. Nobody publicly said that he didn't get tested. There was two fighters that I know that didn't get tested. They was dodging the tester. I remember he was like, yo, he left. Oh my God, he left. He was just looking all over. He was going to the bathroom. He was this and this and that. It's very chaotic. If you don't got very people that has good experience, I'm telling you, these fighters, this team, man, they know how to wiggle their way a lot of situations, because it's very chaotic in the locker room, because there's fights, there's people, there's entourage, there's fighters coming in and out. They're using the bathroom. They could get highly distracted. If you're not a high profile fighter, when they're hawking you, they could get highly distracted too. No, I heard somebody explain that about why they were suspended. Yeah, I know, but I know what people say when they're suspended. If you don't know box, they'd be like, suspended. Suspension is a suspension. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a medical suspension. It's just protocols and stuff like that. Some commission, they won't even suspend if you good in medicals. That's it. They wouldn't even put a suspension on it. But there's certain commissions that will give you that week or whatever. You know. Clarissa Shields not suspended, like suspended in terms of there is something that she did wrong. Now, you know, I mean, in terms of the glove situation, that's something that they need to look forward to. They need to look into. But like I said again, I did read the Georgia State Athletic Commission, and it's not illegal for her not to take the gloves right away off. It's unusual. And that's what I mean. Like, there's certain commissions that it's just unusual. It's unusual, but it's not. She didn't do anything illegal. You know what I'm saying? It's unusual. And most of the commissions have practically the same protocols. You are supposed to take the gloves right off so you could examine the other team. I'll put it like this. The other team is the other team's fault too. Like, the other team, why you not checking? Why are you coming to my locker room with the same glove? If I was K. Scott's trainer, I'm like, yo, take them gloves off right now. Yo, inspector, why she got them gloves right? But like I said yesterday, they all in the same team. K. Scott doesn't give a fuck, and her team doesn't give a fuck. She got paid. Everybody else got paid. Everybody going to go home. What they going to do? You really think that K. Scott thinks about caring about her belt? She don't cares about it. She probably, K. Scott probably get more money outside of the sport of boxing. She don't care. That's how Clarissa Shields is going to get paid more money. If her opponent, she's going to get an opponent that's going to take way less so she could get whatever. So think about it. If she will fight a Shadeja Green, they have to split. If she fights an Alicia Baumgartner, Michaela May, they're going to have to split that pot respectfully, 60-40. But a K. Scott, she could take an easy 20%. So I could see a Clarissa Shields making a $1.5 million because a K. Scott, depending on the pot, will take $70,000, $75,000. I don't think K. Scott got paid more. K. Scott probably didn't get paid more than $100,000. She probably got paid $75,000, $80,000. I heard Taseki got paid $500,000. I heard Taseki got paid $500,000. So that right there tells you there was a good pot in that fight. Or Zeus paid her good money. But folks, I'm sorry I cut the live late. It's gonna be how you say it? It's gonna be important day tomorrow for my moms. So you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna get this live. I'm gonna turn this live off, and then we go back tomorrow and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying. Keep your prayers up. Keep your prayers up. Love y'all. I'm gonna go live tomorrow. Sorry that I came to the live a little bit late. Tomorrow we may have a special surprise, ladies and gentlemen. A special surprise live tomorrow. Maybe gonna be in the afternoon though. Maybe it's gonna be early afternoon. But I've spoke. I'm gonna probably do an interview, hopefully. But we spoke earlier this morning. You know what I'm saying? Gonna interview Amanda Serrano tomorrow. Amanda Serrano tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Amanda Serrano, Jordan Maldonado, her trainer, manager, and Amanda Serrano tomorrow. Hopefully we get it together. I know it's gonna be hectic, but yes, we're locking in an interview tomorrow. Amanda Serrano. Hope y'all tune in. I'm gonna do the fly. I'm gonna start promoting and stuff like that. I'm gonna hit them up. They already flew to California. They probably landed right now. I'm gonna hit them up, a little bit, you know what I'm saying, when they go all settled in to see what's a perfect time for the interview. Amanda Serrano tomorrow on Punch Drunk. Tune in, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, become a member. And if you're a member, ask a question in the member section so I can ask her what y'all want me to ask her. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.
Produce a Saturday Fight Night exclusive. Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. They must go all in. Put up or shut up. August 22nd. Watch on DAZN and DAZN on Prime Video.